Welcome back into the National Basketball Performance Centre here in Manchester. We're getting ready for two more games from the Tri-Nations tournament for the under-14s as we have the England 2 girls squad taking on the Wales team. And over on the second court, you can catch England 2 boys against Scotland boys. Kaz Bullock here with Hannah Shaw. We've been with you throughout the weekend. We're going to be here for the rest of the afternoon and into the evening as we have all the under-14s games, and then we have the over-35s Masters tournament in the inaugural Masters tournament for the Tri-Nations. So it's been a great weekend already, and with still a lot more basketball to come.
So much more basketball to come. It has been a fantastic showing of talent here at the under-14s Tri-Nations, and the dominant display by Scotland last night in the over-35s was incredible. Just some really, really exciting basketball being played this weekend.
I think one of my favourite parts of that game, apart from Gareth Murray just being Gareth Murray, was Nick Collins. Just had a massive game and
Absolutely
was like,
massive,
yeah, retired a couple of years ago, but just thought I'd have a bit of fun, play this game and score like 26 points.
The whole team's had about 3 hours practice together before this tournament, and yeah, hasn't played in 2 years, just came by and dropped 20 points.
Yeah. And if anybody didn't see that game yesterday, the Scotland men, they will be playing today against Wales. They're passing, oh, it's immaculate. It's like, it's Warriors-esque basketball, isn't it? That really nice ball movement.
Pass, they cut, they play such unselfish basketball. It was honestly a showcase.
So if you're in Manchester, come on down to the National Basketball Performance Centre. You can grab your tickets online or on the door, or you can catch all of the games live on the Basketball England YouTube channel. So like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the action. But coming up in around 2 minutes' time, we have the England girls' second team. Well, they're not the second team, are they? They're just named number two. I can't get past this. I need England Tigers against the Welsh Dragons. That's my that's my feedback for this weekend. But the England 2 teams, so England have a large roster and they've split the teams into 2, both for the boys and the girls. So this is England 2 against the Wales girls team. England 2 having just played 20 minutes or so ago against the Scotland girls team over on the other court. So their last game of the day for England 2, and it's still early on in the day, but a lot of basketball having been played already. Yeah,
for sure. They're going to be a little bit tired. They had to get up early this morning to get this game in, and so now Wales have got some fresh legs. We'll see what they can exploit out of this tired England team.
And Wales played yesterday against Scotland.
Wasn't sure what the score was either, sorry.
But Wales with experience yesterday, and they'll be playing the England 1 girls team after this game at 1:30. So there's been just back-to-backs, hasn't there, which is just the nature of a tournament like this.
It is, unfortunately. You never really want to play a back-to-back game, but something like this where you can have all the teams together, have them playing so many different systems, playing against so many different other types of basketball. It's just really, really important.
So teams coming out on court for the opening tip, and England will be playing in red today and Wales in white.
Wales' coaches have done the correct thing and worn a different colour jersey, different colour polo shirt to their team, so hopefully no one is going to make any passes to the coaches today.
Because we saw that quite a few times yesterday, didn't we?
A couple yesterday.
You see the same colour as your jersey in a corner, you pass out, it's your coach.
That person's wide ass open in the corner. Yeah, because they're out of bounds. These Wales uniforms are really cool.
They're really nice, aren't they? And something that they've got, which some of the other teams haven't, they've got their names on the back of the jerseys. So we've got personalised jerseys here. And up for the tip, it will be Burge and Cornford. And Cornford wins a tip, and it's Modesto for England. Great handoff to Laycock. Doesn't finish the shot, but chased down by Wales as Chloe Hall gets the ball. Burgess' shot doesn't fall, and Anderson grabs the ball, but Hannah Reid jumping in, forcing the jump ball for Wales. Hall to inbounds. And a turnover for Wales, so England get the ball back. Both teams looking to get the first scores of the game. Cornford to Modesto. Yearsley finds space, drives the lane, banks it in, and gets England on the board. Hall diving on the ball, saves it, gets it to Burge. And Cornford, we saw her do that a lot yesterday. She's a very long player.
She has got a great reach, so for her, you just can't pass over her head. We've seen that time and again this weekend, players trying to make passes over the heads of their defenders when they just have such a good reach and they're just going to grab it out of the air.
And that might be something that you've been used to playing with. You might have been able to do that in your National League teams, but when you come onto this stage as well, playing against maybe a tougher competition, it's an adjustment you need to make.
Yeah, definitely. This kind of tournament is going to expose your bad habits, and hopefully when you leave here, you're not going to be making those same mistakes again.
Hall over to Reid inside, keeps it. As Collette, her shot won't drop, and it's picked up by Yearsley. Anderson tipped away. Good defense there by Chloe Hall, racing down the court, tips the ball out of bounds.
A fantastic job there to chase her down.
Modesto finds space to the basket, left-handed layup. And Wales want to be careful, don't leave that lane too open, because Modesto, she's quick, she's going to drive inside, and she's going to make you pay if you do. Maisie Holland over to Collette. Collette passes out, long two, that's short.
Oh, no one from Wales there went in to crash the boards. Something that they're really going to need to work on if they're trying to compete with this England team.
Cornford with the short jumper. Rebound, Anderson. Deania Jade Anderson, I know we saw in yesterday's game, she was doing a bit of everything all over the court, rebounding, hustling after the ball, and just doing what it takes for her team to win.
Oh, such a great hustle player, and being able to finish in traffic, just being able to get after her players. Yeah, she was great yesterday. No, another lane violation.
That's why we need our fluorescent lines on the court. So England ball, 4-0. England lead here, 7:28 to play in the first. Modesto has it knocked away by Reid. Cornford puts up the three. Doesn't get that to drop, but Anderson with another board for England. Cornford steps through and finishes that time. And Cornford as well, she's got that great wingspan, but also a really long step through to the basket.
Yep, and just that reach as well, she's been able to extend her arm fully, and that's a couple of feet to be able to get away from your defender. And I'm sure she's not done growing yet at this age.
Collette kicks it out to Hall. Shot's too strong. But Chloe Collette working there, getting the offensive board, getting it out to her teammate as Cornford lays it in off the glass.
That was great to see Cornford there running straight down the middle. We love to see a rim runner get all the way down get into the best position you can so that your teammate can just pass the ball straight up ahead and get an easy bucket.
And someone that people might have seen do that really recently is Temi Fagbenle. She's just a perfect example of that.
She really is. Her conditioning level is incredible, and for her just to be able to bust up the court and get those easy passes, I mean, it doesn't hurt that Caitlin Clark is the one that's throwing them to you. But yeah, she's the perfect example of someone that just runs to the rim every single time.
So we've got a timeout on court as teams want to talk things over. Leading the way for the England team in scoring, it is Nikita Cornford. She's got 4 points for England, and yesterday we saw her hitting threes, going inside, doing a bit of everything. And we said earlier today, in the earlier game we had today, when you have a player like that, so we had James Belleni that was doing it for England. You've got a big that can shoot a three and also go inside. It makes them very dangerous.
Oh, definitely. So you've got to decide, what are you going to give up, or how are you going to try and limit that person so that they can't, because you want to try and stop them from shooting threes, but then maybe they're going to get past you and get to the basket and get an easy bucket. So what are you going to live with?
And that's part of the coaching challenge as well, isn't it? As to how you're going to rotate against that.
What is your scout against this person?
So ball is back with Wales.
So the noise that you can hear as well is England boys are currently playing Scotland on the other court, and it is a riot.
Scotland up 10-4 over England, and the Scotland fans have been very vocal, haven't they? They've been making a lot of noise. They've brought several drums. And just on cue, as I said that, the Welsh fans in the crowd just started shouting.
We love to see it, and we love to hear it.
Makes for a fantastic atmosphere, and I'm sure for the players on court as well, like, how great is it to have support? You've got someone cheering for you, you make a basket, and you've got people shouting. Like, that must really give you a great energy.
Oh, definitely. And even when you maybe need a little bit of a pick-me-up, to have that from the crowd, that's going to get you.
Ooh. As Maisie Holland gets Wales onto the scoreboard with a mid-range jumper, which we haven't seen too much of in these games, have we? We haven't.
It's been a lot of layups and a lot of three attempts.
Oh. As Modesto puts it in for England.
It's another lefty. I'm convinced all of these kids are left-handed.
Bird to Reed. Reed gets it back, looking to go inside, kicks it out. Reed from the top of the arc, too strong. Rebound Anderson. Cornford works away inside. Shot doesn't go, but Anderson fighting for it and puts it back in, cleaning up the glass. Deania Jade Anderson. Collette for Wales, off the glass, that's too strong. Cornford backs it out to set up. Anderson finds a space to the basket, scoops it in.
She really exploits, she beats her defender, there's no help defense coming, so she's really exploiting that space, knowing that they're just not there at the moment.
And she's got quite an explosive step, hasn't she? She's very quick.
Yeah.
Reed's shot doesn't fall. Laycock. She draws the contact. Mayla Laycock will go to the foul line to shoot two. It's a substitution for both teams. So Pearl Duzo will come in for England. And Gracie Hill, Robin Donnelly. And Maze Ahmed in for Wales. And we look at the scoreboard here, Wales with a full 12-player squad. For England, they've gone for a shorter team because they've split it into two, but when you've got a deep bench like that for Wales, it gives you the opportunity to try out different rotations.
Oh, definitely, and get people rest when they need them so they can come back in with fresh legs. Arguments for and against the England squad only having 8, it means that there's less people to give minutes to. There are less people that need game time, so people can get maybe more into it, get more reps up and settle into the game.
As a substitution for England, Naylor Laycock takes a seat and Isabel Lewis in for the first time. And Duzo with the offensive rebound for England. She's triple teamed, and that'll be a 3-second call inside. Some good defense there from Wales.
That's the kind of intensity we need to see from Wales' defense, just to try and slow England's offense a little bit.
Reid, she's bumped from behind. And Hannah Reid will go to the line for 2 for Wales. Reid with the Cardiff Met Archers. And a player that represented Wales at the under-14 Tri-Nations a couple of years ago. First shot doesn't fall.
Oh, so she must have played at least 2 years young then.
Yeah. We've seen a couple of those players, haven't we, across the weekend where they've been playing up. And the second's good. Summer Marsden into England. And Duzo, shot doesn't go. It's Wales that come away with the ball.
It's Duzo's second.
Colette hands it off to Ahmed. And great basket there from Wales.
Oh, really good work getting into the paint.
Ahmed into the game, gets the basket. Duzo inside, not that time. Ahmed fighting for the ball, keeps control of it and pulls the rebound down against the taller Duzo. As Donnelly passes out. Shot doesn't fall for Hill. Duzo for England. Pass picked off.
Ahmed is all over the court. And just tipped out by Modesto.
And Ahmed, just a real energy player there off the bench, coming in, scoring, getting a few quick rebounds. Hill, layups, no good, but rebound and the putback by Reid. Takes Reid to 3. Anderson hands it off to Duzo. And jump ball is called. Stays with England. As Afia Yearsley in for England. And Millie Milton, co-captain for Wales, comes into the game. So end-line ball for England. 15-7 lead. We've got 2:46 to play here in the first quarter. Duzo inside.
Oh, Milton came in there and seemed a bit put out that she was going to have to guard Duzo with quite a few inches on top of her, and yet gave her some trouble underneath the basket.
She certainly did. Anderson lines up the three. Doesn't go. But Anderson had space there for the shot. As Naila Laycock and Nikita Cornford back into the game for England. And over on court two, the very noisy Scotland contingent. Scotland looked to have an 18-10 lead over England. Marsden racing down the right-hand side, hands it off to Cornford. The awareness there, Marsden as Cornford unopposed underneath the basket, passes out, easy two for Cornford.
Oh, great way to take advantage there.
Yearsley comes up with the steal. Racing down the court and runs into traffic, and an offensive foul call as Millie Milton, putting her body on the line for Wales, takes the charge, takes the contact, and Wales will get the ball back. So Chloe Hall coming into the game, Chloe Collette to the bench for Wales. Ahmed hands it off to Hall. Hall against the taller Lewis. Passes out. Saved in. But it'll be picked up by Cornford. And Cornford, shots waved off as an offensive foul call.
Was that Milton again taking another one? Great positioning there.
You can see back there. Oh, just standing, taking the contact. That's two charges in a row.
Way outside the charge circle.
Ahmed finishes at the basket. 4 points for her. Cornford drives through. That's too strong.
Tried to rearrange too much to avoid getting because Milton again had position. Cornford trying to adjust to get around her and just overcooks it on that layup.
Just under a minute to play here in the first.
Jump
ball is called, and again it's Millie Milton involved in that.
That was the perfect opportunity though, just leave the call for an extra half a second, see who's going to come up with it.
Cardiff ball, Hall, over to Ahmed. Gets it back. And ball's loose, picked up by Laycock. Yearsley all the way, too strong off the glass. Hill controls it, and it's picked up by Donnelly. A great save there by Hill to Donnelly. As Hall going inside, doesn't get it to drop, but Ahmed with the rebound.
Can't quite get the reverse, manages to get the ball back though.
And fights for it, keeps it in the hands of Wales. And Wales working relentlessly on the glass, chasing after the ball everywhere here. With time running down, and that'll be a jump ball, it'll go the way of England, but Wales just not giving up on every single play there.
3 or 4 offensive rebounds in a row in that possession. I'm sure Coach Scanlon of England is going to want to maybe talk that one over at the quarter break.
1 second left in the quarter. And at the end of the first, it is England 17, Wales 9. England having been led by Nikita Cornford with 6 points. And Mays Ahmed for Wales has 4. Hannah Reid dropping in 3 for Wales as well. So, Hannah, England coming out strong as we've seen them do throughout the games over this weekend across both of the teams, but Wales maybe taking a little bit longer to get into that, but a good showing from them later on in the quarter.
Oh, definitely. The first couple of minutes, it's always a bit of a shock coming out against a more physically dominant team that are probably a bit quicker and a little bit stronger. But yeah, fantastic job by Wales to end that quarter, to really pull some points back. Millie Milton's not on the score sheet yet, but she's come in and affected the game so much, taking 2 charges in about 15 seconds. So really great defensive work from Wales there.
And that's something Wales going to have to keep up, isn't it? That defensive pressure, because England, they're a team they like to play fast, get out into transition, run with the ball, and they have that height advantage. You see there with Duzo and Cornford inside. Again, players though like Isabel Lewis with that long reach, able to work inside. So if you're a smaller team that comes up against them, you've got to really put on that pressure. Yeah,
this is where Wales' physicality really needs to be showed through, because England's transition game is fantastic. They can get down the court in so few bounces, so few passes. They get down there and really stretch the floor. And Wales need to make sure they're putting bodies on people to stop them getting that advantage.
So coming back out on court for the second quarter. Team's getting ready. Head coach Annie Scanlon for the England team, and Caitlin Riley for Wales. So Wales ball to start things off. Annika Duckers in for the first time. It's stolen away by Modesto, driving to the basket. 2 strong balls tipped. And Cornford rebounded it, snatched away though. Ahmed steals the ball and puts it back in. She has been a real spark off the bench.
Yeah, she's come in and affected the game so much, got herself 6 points. Another steal.
As she goes against Modesto, spins, passes out. Anderson dives in and intercepts it. Laycock spins under the hoop. Rebound for Wales. Donnelly gets it over half court. Donnelly looking to hand it off. Ahmed's there. Modesto with another steal.
Just a bit too congested there from Wales. Too many of them on the same side trying to pass in a small space.
And Milton passes over to Hall. Can't get the roll, but it's tipped into the hands of Donnelly. And a nice short jumper there from Wales. And that's the payoff. You get there persistent. They've done a good job tipping the ball there, rebounded. They might not out-rebound inside, but if you tip it into the hands of your player, you're going to come up with it.
Yeah, definitely. You might not always be able to get 2 hands to it to secure it yourself, but if you can get it to one of your teammates, or you can stop the other player getting a hand to it so your teammate can come in and get it.
So substitution for Wales, back into the game, Hannah Reid and Isabel Berg. Ball from the end line. Anderson over to Laycock. 3's up, spins out. Milton hands it over to Burge, and a travel call for Wales. So ball's back with England. And Wales, just these last couple of possessions, their passing's been very quick, hasn't it? They've been able to move the ball quite quickly.
Yeah, they've been doing a good job swinging the ball, getting it from one side to the other. Oh, Milton there trying to get another charge. I think she was just inside the circle there.
Duckers. Cornford takes it. Laycock driving to the basket, that's short. Wales clogging the paint a bit there on defence as Duckers has to pass out, and travel's called. Good job from Cornford there, racing back on defence and standing in the way. Yeah,
managing to get a foot in front just so that Duckers had to take a second guess about whether she was going to go to the basket or whether she was going to pull it out, and then unfortunately resulted in a turnover. But great job from Cornford there.
Summer Marsden checking back in for England. Anderson driving that short. Laycock fighting for the rebound with Milton, and jump ball is called. It's England possession. Laycock's shot doesn't go, rebounded by Burge. Stays with Wales as Hall drives baseline, but you see, again, it's the Anya Jade Anderson that's, she just runs into those passing lanes. Looks like she's doing a high jump and then knocks the ball.
She's always ready to get that ball.
Incredibly athletic.
There isn't a pass on court that I don't think she could probably get a hand to. Her anticipation is great. Her spacing is really good.
Cornford three off the rim. And a good save there by Chloe Hall. Over to Reed. And Burge gets the roll. Will get her first points of the game.
Good conversion there for Wales. Managing to capitalise on a long rebound and get up the floor really quick.
And Laycock's shot doesn't go. Wales within two here, having cut the lead down. And Reed, baseline. Short shot doesn't go. It's picked up and put back in.
And we have a timeout by England.
Tie game, and I think Wales have held England to their first quarter score. I don't think England have scored in this quarter, is what I'm trying to say.
No, so they've held them scoreless for 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
I think they have. They have done a fantastic job. They've been rebounding so well, and they've been able to convert those rebounds into quick points down the other end.
Which is what's so important, isn't it? Getting the offensive rebounds. We talk about second chance points. They're so important, and it's great to get them, but being able to convert on them.
Yeah, being able to get those second chances, just it helps you control the game a bit more. Obviously, it's a second chance, you get more chances. It's kind of self-explanatory, but you get that confidence as well to be like, you know what, I am going to. And if you feel more confident to take the shot, knowing that your teammate is probably going to get the offensive rebound.
And Wales are undersized against this England team, and we've got players out there like Maze Ahmed, who's just crashing the boards.
Yeah, Maze Ahmed and Milton just coming in and showing that you don't have to be physically dominant. You can come, and if you just work really hard, you're going to be able to turn that into advantage. And
how good is it when you've got teammates like that? Because you see out on the court your teammates working that hard, it makes you want to work even harder.
Yeah, and especially at this level, it is a mind game, and being able to see your teammate like busting their ass, working really, really hard, and you want to do it for them. It was so loud in here, I don't think anyone heard that call.
It was a holding call, a bit of a late whistle, I think it was, as well. So that's on Reed, just her first. As Marsden races down the sideline, all the way to the basket. Summer Marsden playing with speed in a foot race.
No, it's a good job there. She had players ahead of her, but the defender didn't come to her, so she still had the space to get all the way to the rim.
Marsden to Cornford. Cornford runs into traffic, doesn't matter, knocks down the shot anyway. Gracie Hill gets fouled underneath the hoop. That's going to put her to the foul line.
Gracie Hill looks like one of the smallest players on the court, and she went up against some giants there underneath the rim with no fear.
Doing a Cody Williams. It must run through the Welsh squad. So Hill playing for the Swansea Storm this season. She's represented Wales at the under-15 level and playing for the Swansea Storm, but in the boys' league, so they don't have a girls' league. So she's making the move over to Cardiff next season, the Cardiff Met Archers, where she'll be able to continue to develop and make the next step up in her basketball career. Marsden baseline.
Anderson all the way. And Anderson, she just very quietly goes about her business on offense and then makes a noise on defense. She's making a... Ooh. Nice. You've said too many nice things about her. But again, she's playing that really great high defense. She's trying to pick off the passes. She was in the right place. She was just a bit late to get to that one, causing the foul. Ahmed looks to get it in, and we have a line violation. So ball goes back to England. This is why we go for lesson highlight lines. Definitely a gap in the market. Modesto. It was covered in the corner. Pass was too strong. Wales come up with it. Reed working against Modesto. I could have been on either one of them. But just the speed these players are getting up the court with. Substitution for England. They will let that back in. Nikita Kirk will get the Welshmen left. Going to be 8 points, leaving all scorers in the game. Going inside. That's going to put her to the foul line as the foul is called. But Isabel Bird, co-captain of this Wales team this weekend. Going with the Cardiff Archers, got 4 points in the game so far. And second free throw is good. Takes it to 6. Stop. 5. It's counting. Marsden. Oh, what a move off the glass. Summer Marsden. Reed passes down to the baseline. Reverse doesn't go. Ahmed grabs the rebound and a jump ball called as Modesto gets a hand on it, but it stays with Wales. Pass picked off by Yearsley. Laycock to Anderson. Stops, pulls up. Oh, great decision by Anderson there. She had Milton there, ready to take charge. Great defensive position, and then Anderson just pulls up a couple of feet short for that nice little jump shot. Anderson to Yearsley. That's too strong. And ball's loose. It's going to stay with England. The gap's widening a little bit now, so Wales need to get a couple of multiple stops in a row to try and get back into this.
To Hill inside, kicks it out. Running floater doesn't go, and Modesto's bumped. There'll be a foul call on Hill. That's Hill's first. Pearl Duzo into the game for Sienna Modesto. Duzo with those 2 fouls early on, so needs to be a bit careful here. You don't want to pick anything up before half time.
I want to try and see use her size as a bit more of an advantage. Just you don't need to reach in, you don't need to put your hands in, you just need to really just be there and affect the shot. Oh,
just
great!
like that.
Great work. Coming in, getting the ball, keeping your hands high and finishing above everyone's heads.
Colette out to Hill. 3 won't go. Duzo with the rebound. Passes over to Laycock. Laycock keeps control. As Anderson again finds space, hands out. And a jump ball is called.
A really nice idea there by Anderson. She had that little hezzy, made her defender come up a bit too high so she could then take advantage and get into the paint with a really great dump-off pass.
And Duzo there coming into the game, as we said, 2 fouls, does exactly what she needs to do. Right place, right time, offensive rebound, puts the ball back in the basket for her first points of the game.
And I don't think she was quite expecting that dump off from Anderson there, but that's going to come in time. She's still got a couple of years young in this team. So just having your hands ready and knowing what your teammate is going to do, that stuff is going to come.
And for me, it's always exciting when you've got a small guard and a big that work together really well. And you know, you'll see that develop over the course of their careers. And there could be times when players haven't played so much with a teammate like that.
And just knowing where they're going to be, where they like the ball, how they like to receive the ball. Do they want it low? Do they want it high? Do they want it wrapped around someone? There's so many options and so many nice. There's so many different ways that people can play that. It's exciting. It's exciting to watch.
It's good, isn't it?
That's why it makes it such a fun game.
That's why basketball's great.
Yeah.
So England with a 31-19 lead here in the second quarter. 3 minutes 8 to play before half time. And over on court 2, England have taken the lead over Scotland at 26-22 in the boys' game. And you can catch that game on the Basketball England YouTube channel. All games across the weekend are live. There is a playlist. If you go on the Basketball England YouTube channel, you can follow along with all of the games and catch up on yesterday's games as well. Anderson hands it off to Yearsley. Shot doesn't fall, rebound is... Ball's out, and I think the call is it will go Wales' way. Angie Chan getting her first minutes for the Wales. As ball is on the floor and it's a jump ball call.
I don't think I've ever seen this many jump balls. It's nice to see those players getting stuck in, trying to grab the ball off the other ones.
Colette working away to the basket and 24-second violation. Some good defense there from England, running the clock down. Lewis Lewis drives to the basket. Layup doesn't drop. Ahmed with the rebound. And Mays Ahmed has been crashing the board for Wales. Duzo comes up with it for England. Over to Yearsley. Anderson, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Anderson all the way to the hoop. 10 points for Anderson.
She's been a standout in this England red team.
She really has. Hill into Collette. Collette comes up against 2 defenders. She kicks it out. Hill, 3, knocks it down.
And the crowd loved that one.
Takes Hill to 4, Yearsley, scoop layup, too strong, and a travel call as the shot was going up, so Wales ball, and was that Millie Milton on the floor again, going for a charge? She is just putting her body on the line for this team, no fear whatsoever.
Nice, those kind of gritty plays are going to get Wales back into this. Got a chance now to get it under a 10-point game.
Chance shot strong, rebounded by Hill, turns, fires, too strong. Cornford over to Laycock, Milton in front of her, Milton stands in the way, you could see her there, she was like, I am ready to take this, just shuffled her feet a little bit.
Wasn't quite in the right, didn't quite have position in there. Turned, yeah. Good job getting back and getting in front. Just got to get your body straight for that one.
And that's her first foul of the game. But I absolutely love the mindset that you're seeing from her. You could see her set herself ready for it. And Laycock, first shot doesn't go. She's been playing for the Richmond Knights under-14s. Made it to the Final Fours here in Manchester a few weeks ago, playing against the Milton Keynes Breakers. And won at the under-14s level the year before with the Richmond Knights. So a player that's played on this stage might be a bit more used to the noise and the crowd here than some of the other players when you've been on this stage before.
Junior Final, I think I was deaf for the next couple of days. Junior Final Fours was the loudest event I've ever been to.
Oh, and Ahmed gets the inbound pass and puts it in the basket. Laycock spins, hangs in the air, drops it in.
Oh, lovely move. Met the contact, didn't keep going into it, managed to spin her body back off it and get that nice bucket.
Pass is stolen away by England and foul on Wales. Hill bumped Cornford. Substitution. Chloe Hall back into the game for Wales. Millie Milton going to head to the bench. Maybe sit in some ice before half-time. That's the second foul on Hill, as Nikita Cornford at the line for 2. Again, another player that was playing in the Junior Final Fours. She was playing for the Kingston Lions. 15 points, 13 rebounds, and 3 blocks against the Manchester Mystics in that 3rd and 4th place playoff game.
She was killing it in that game. I think she had a couple of back-to-back threes late in the game.
Yeah. Collette, space, puts it in. Lewis, hands off, Cornford, short jumper, not that time. Donnelly comes up with it, intercepted by Yearsley, gets it back for England. And Yearsley stepping through the basket, bounces everywhere but in, and picked up by Duzo. 1 second to get something off, and the clock running down. England maybe needed to just go up there at the end, just keep going.
Clock awareness is going to come. It's one of those things you're going to pick up as you develop in your career, but knowing that you've only got a second, and so as you grab that ball, you've got to go straight up. There's no looking for a better shot. You just have to get the shot up, because if you don't make it, maybe you get the foul. It's quite a frantic situation when the clock is running down.
So at the end of the first half, it is England 36, Wales 26, a 10-point lead for England. They've been led by Deania Jade Anderson. She's got 10 points and has just been all over the place, rebounding, intercepting the ball. And for Wales, a real spread of scoring. In fact, a real spread of scoring for both teams. But leading the way for Wales, it is Maze Ahmed. She has 8 points, and she has been just crashing the boards, rebounding for the squad.
All of the Wales team, I keep saying it, but they're so undersized against this England team, and they're working their asses off. They're doing such a great job to fight underneath the basket, to get those rebounds, and to really try and convert on the other end.
So, just before we take a break for half-time, we have got Isha Naya with Scotland head coach Kerry Kisbett, and Isha is going to get her thoughts on the game and the tournament so far from Kerry. Over to you, Isha.
Thanks, guys. So I'm here with Scotland under 15 girls head coach Kerry Kisbett. So Kerry, it's been a great weekend. Maybe not some of the results that you wanted, but do you think that your team has taken a lot away from the playing?
Oh, absolutely. I think the biggest thing that we came in to communicate was it was about the actions that we wanted to take, not so much the outcome, because it's going to be the long game. So we wanted to see, okay, where are we at? Where are the deficiencies we still have to work towards? And at the end of the day, we're walking away with this because this is going to just be the start. It's not our end. It's kind of where we need to continue to build off of. So it's been great. Obviously not outcomes that we want, but right now that's not the focus. So.
Yeah, so on your team, there's quite a few younger players. You've got 3 or 4 players who are like maybe a little bit young in comparison to teams that you play in. For those players in particular, I think it's a great chance for development.
Absolutely. Anytime you could be a part of a performance environment like this and you gain all those kind of contingencies with the fans, the double court, the noise, how can you communicate with one another in more pressure situations, very different than the training environment. You gain so much learning by just watching the game, being a part of it. So that's something that is invaluable, really, for younger players, whether they step onto the court or they don't. So
come into yourself a little bit. So you played overseas before, used to play, now you coach, obviously. Do you think, as going through your time as a player, do you think you ever had female coaches, and do you think it's something that's important for especially these younger girls to have?
I think it's absolutely important. Like for me, I'm not so much more head coach. I do love a lot more, and I specialize in player development. So I lead up the player development in Scotland. And for me, yes, growing up, you want to have that female so that they could relate, that it becomes more reality. For me, when a male said, hey, you could play overseas professionally, I could respond to that. But majority of the females I've come across with and the athletes I've worked alongside with, whether it was in Canada, in the States, and now over here in Europe, they need that sense of relatableness. If you could see her, you could be her. So the more that you have that female voice, the more they're giving back to the game, whether you played high level or not, that is so powerful for the athletes to see because, like I said, it makes it that much more real that they can relate. Yeah.
So a lot of the people who are from the governing bodies have said this weekend that they want to see more female coaches get into the game. Do you think events like these, competitions, Tri-Nations, 4 Nations when they do it, I think that's a great development for these coaches?
Absolutely it is, because at the end of the day, like, the game is the game, and it's not female basketball players, not male basketball players. Like, we're all basketball players, and there are great minds and great individuals who have played the game, who have been around it, who study it, who are passionate about it. And absolutely, the more female voices we could have in here to give to those females, it goes so much along the way in other areas, and whether that's in life, whether that's on the court. But yeah, having that strong female presence, like I said, biggest thing, you see her, you could actually believe her.
Definitely. So do you think you've taken a lot away from this weekend as a coach?
Oh, absolutely. I was just as excited as the players. Like, I once was there playing at this high level, and then just to kind of be in now a different capacity in all that I've been learning, taking in, grabbing context, not only where we're at, okay, where are the other countries, how are other coaches approaching the game, constantly learning. And you want to learn and meet as many people as you can, because then at the end of the day, that's how you start to build and continue to kind of go in the direction that you want to. So I've been loving this incredible environment, and also understanding different cultures as well. That's a huge part of everything. So I've enjoyed every moment of it.
So how does it feel to come back as a coach in an event like this?
It's actually pretty surreal, like almost like full circle kind of moment, because I could definitely understand when I was playing for my coaches, they did the exact same thing. When they said, hey, I was there as a player, and we're like, what, really, coach? And then now I'm in that position. So sharing those stories and those experiences is allowing them just to learn all the things that, yes, you're going to mess up, you're going to make mistakes, you're going to have lessons, absolutely, but that's a part of it. The fact that you're still like, you're here and then you're just kind of learning along the way, like we're all still 14, and it's all about just, like I said, lessons. And it's cool just to kind of give them experience on what, and share those stories, and then they kind of think, wow, like, okay, so it's kind of normal, or it's good. So I love it. I love sharing context, and I think that's the best thing.
All right, thanks for that, Kerry, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Isha there with head coach of Scotland girls team, Kerry Kisbett, and a really fascinating insight into Kerry's thoughts on the weekend and the importance of female representation and female coaching in the game. And if that's something that you want to get involved into, check out the Basketball England website. If you're based in the Manchester area, we have the Female Basketball Association providing opportunities for women and girls who want to get involved in coaching, playing, refereeing. You want to be a table official, anything to do with being involved in the game. It's great to see a real boost getting females involved in the game of basketball, and great having these role models out there like Kerry for the team. So we're just going to take a very... the score at halftime is 36 to England, 26 to Wales. We're just going to take a break for a couple of minutes, and we'll be back very, very shortly for the second half. So welcome back into the National Basketball Performance Centre. We're getting ready for the second half between England and Wales. 36 to 26 for England. A 10-point lead as they head into the third quarter. And we've seen so many different kinds of basketball played over this weekend. Hannah, we've seen teams that like to get out into transition, teams that are undersized having to come up against bigger teams and having to adapt how they play. And a 10-point deficit for Wales here. It was a tight game. at the end of the first quarter. So Wales with a bit of work to do, but they've shown how well they can play.
Oh, definitely. England have just come off a back-to-back, so Wales have got the fresh legs in this, but they have been working so extremely hard. We can see them now moving the ball around, getting a great look. Shot doesn't drop. Fantastic positioning for the offensive rebound, bringing it to an 8-point game.
Maisie Holland, right place underneath the basket. Takes her up to 4 points. And a single digits game. Anderson, she was big for England in the first half. As the clock runs down and it's picked up by Colette. Colette to the basket.
Oh, amazing.
What a basket. Taking the contact. Gets to the foul line for a chance at a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. And that would be foul number 2 on Naylor Laycock.
I was thinking she was going to pull it out. She didn't have the numbers. It was 1-on-3, but no, straight down the middle.
No fear. And Chloe Collette, she is playing with Valencia Basketball Club. Fantastic to see players out there at such a young age. It's usually out to Anderson. Laycock. Cornford 3, rolls off the front of the rim. Modesto picks it up and banks it in. And Sienna Modesto, she's such a quick, crafty player, isn't she? Because, one of the smaller players you might see out on court, but she finds a way to get round the defender and a bit of space, and she's gone.
And she does her work to pick up those boards that she can as well. So offensive rebound there, straight up to finish. She knew that Wales have just been on a 5-0 run, trying to get this into a really close game, and she said, no, I'm going to go put this back myself.
So free throws for Wales. Chloe Hall hits the first. Hall representing the Cougars Basketball Club and gets the second, 2 of 2 from the line for Hall. And just like that, it's a 5-point game. Laycock to Anderson. Anderson knocked away by Reed. She's got Colette up ahead. Holland out to Hall. Hall through to the basket. Up and under. Uses the glass. Drops it in, and a 3-point game, single possession game. Wales pulling it back here to start the third quarter.
The way that they're sharing the ball, that they're moving for each other and playing really unselfishly, it's just such great basketball to watch.
Offensive rebounds for England, and we had a whistle on the floor. Looked like it was before the shots.
I think that is basket good for Modesto, though. See, that could be a referee. I called that before he did.
So basket's good, but foul away from the ball. So end line, ball for England. And Modesto has a nice little mid-range shot that I enjoy watching. I do enjoy a mid-range. I am.
Me too. Me too.
Laycock, Anderson works away to the basket, doesn't get the shot to fall. Reed, Holland up ahead, back to Reed. And foul on Reed as she drives to the basket. Quick passing there.
Cross-court left-handed pass up to Colette to then keep sprinting towards the rim and then be rewarded down the other end.
Summer Marsden in for England. So Hannah Reid at the foul line. First is good, so takes her up to 4 points. And Wales have cut this 10-point deficit to 3 just a few seconds ago, and is back to 3 again.
now. They're really up for this game. I don't know what Coach Riley said to them at halftime, but they have come out fighting.
Anderson thought about the shot, drives in, passes over to Cornford. Shot won't fall, but it's rebounded by Laycock, who turns. A little bit off balance on the shot, but long pass over to Colette Fuel. Just too much on that one.
Just a bit too late. I think she saw it, thought about it, and then decided to give the ball up. And if you're not giving it up as soon as you see it, you've got to hold it. It's already too late.
Marsden hands it off to Laycock. Cornford finds space against two defenders, gets that to go.
Oh, great finish there by Cornford.
Puts the lead up to 5 for England. Reed on the baseline, out to Holland. Doesn't drop, but Reed's there for the rebound. Gets the whistle. Substitution for Wales, Mays Ahmed and Robin Donnelly checking into the game, and we saw Mays Ahmed, Hannah, in the first half, just off the bench, scoring, rebounding, doing everything.
Yeah, he was having that impact coming off the bench, and now Wales have just been on a fantastic little scoring run. They're trying to get this game as close as possible, and then you get to bring Ahmed in off the bench. So you've not substituted her for maybe the pace is going to slow, maybe the intensity is going to slow. Nope, she's coming in and she's going to raise your game for you.
Second shot's good for Reed, so 4-point game. England ball, Marsden swings it over to Anderson. Wales back on the attack and a chance to cut into this. Good hands there from Marsden, who knocks it out of bounds. And timeout called as teams want to talk things over. Head coach Annie Scanlon for England. Her assistants there, Katie Lamond and Keely Reid, have been doing a great job. And when the England team split yesterday and played against each other, England 1 and England 2, it was Keely Reid and Katie Lamond that took on the head coaching duties for each team. Annie Scanlon floating about between the two of them.
No, it's a great opportunity. As Brian Aldred was saying in the interview earlier, it's a fantastic opportunity for us to develop coaches within the game, because we are expanding at such a phenomenal rate that we need to keep expanding within the workforce as well. It can't just be the players, and there's so much knowledge, there's so many people that are passionate about the game, and how do we retain them? Annie was an excellent player, played in Cardiff, played for Solent. Now she is the head coach of Solent Kestrels in Division 1. So how can we keep people within the game that have that knowledge and that want to share it?
Exactly, and also on the England bench, Charlotte Redhead, team manager for the team. She's the assistant coach with the Nottingham Wildcats in the Women's British Basketball League this season. And again, just a wealth of opportunity and a really great chance for coaches and players to learn.
Yeah.
So back out on court, 6:19 to play. 4-point England lead, and it will be Wales ball. Chloe Collette on the inbound. She's guarded by Anderson.
The Wales boys team have just re-entered the building, so I'm expecting the crowd to be even louder now.
The Wales boys will be playing after this game at 1:30 against the England boys team. So England forcing the turnover. Ball's back in their hands. Pass over to Cornford's intercepted. Hall racing down the court, going to the basket. Collette picks up the rebound. Donnelly with the short jumper, bounces out, and Ahmed grabs it, fights for it, gets it over to Reed. Shot doesn't drop in, but Ahmed just with the strength to pull that ball back. And Laycock controls the pass and puts it in at the other end for England. Reed going against Laycock. Looks to pass out of it. Donnelly's there. Into Ahmed.
Oh, 3-second call.
It's the second one of the day. I don't think we had any yesterday.
No.
Isabel Lewis back in for England. Ziania Jade Anderson to the bench. Anderson with 10 points for England. Picked up by Colette, has Ahmed ahead of her. Colette trailing, Ahmed to the rim. And again cuts the lead to 4. Wales are not going away here. Cornford into Yearsley. Steps through. One step too many, that's a travel call. And Wales possession. Hall. Layup doesn't drop. Ahmed dives in for the rebound. Last touch England, and we said it before she came in. Ahmed in the first half, she was just crashing the board. She's just done exactly the same thing.
A fantastic tempo player to bring in and just to cause trouble. She's getting rebounds from everywhere. She's boxing out. She's making great moves to the basket.
Blocking foul called on England.
So England are in the bonus here, sending Wales to the line for 2.
That's the third foul on Yearsley. And for England, that's something you need to manage now. So in the bonus for the last 4 minutes, 37 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, that's a long time for you to be in the bonus, for you to be having to worry about sending players to the line. And how are Wales going to respond? That's a great position for them to be in. So if every time they can force England to foul, and they're going to the line for 2. Oh, Reed with an excellent box out then. Just couldn't quite convert the pass.
Laycock swings it to Lewis. Yearsley back to Cornford. Cornford. 2 strong tips, a rebound, but it's Hall that comes up with it for Wales, and Colette up ahead, gets that to go. And a 1-possession game. Chloe Colette running the floor, catching that pass and finishing under pressure. That's a tough move.
That was really tough. There was a lot of traffic around.
Ball's on the floor, and jump ball is called. And Wales will get the ball back, and a chance for them to tie or take the lead here on this possession.
England needs some defensive intensity now, so Anderson's back on. Perfect. She can anticipate the passes, try and pick some off, try and build a little bit more of a gap than the 2 points that it is now.
And Millie Milton back in for Wales. We saw her taking those charges in the first half. And just like that, Anderson forces the turnover.
Oh, she's ready. And another charge. You caught it. That's what she came back on the court for.
She is a tough player. Millie Milton with 3 charges in the game so far, off the bench, stands in the way, takes the contact. We can see back there on the replay, just sets her feet. She is ready. Playing with such intensity, you love to see it.
Coach Scanlon there wanting to have a video replay of that one to use her coach's challenge, but unfortunately that is not something that is not a call that a coach can challenge.
Ahmed finds space, block on the play. I think the whistle from the second cut there caught people by surprise. Anderson, that's too short as Donnelly comes away with it. Ahmed hands it off to Milton. Collette out to Donnelly. Back to Collette, three's up. Too strong, Anderson rebound for England. Marsden hands it off to Lewis. Lewis banks it in.
Nice, much needed two there from England.
And puts England's lead up to 4. A big basket there from Lewis. Gets her first points of the game as we see Gracie Hill check in for Wales. England picking up full court. Anderson steals it away, blocked by Ahmed. Hill racing down the court, passes out to Donnelly. Shot 2 is good. And it's back to a single possession game. Marsden all the way, stolen away by Hill. Wales have numbers here, but Cornford takes it back for England. Over to Marsden. Milton sets herself and
another charge.
Oh my goodness, this is incredible. Millie Milton with charge number 4 in the game. What a performance that she is putting on. She's just doing everything correct defensively. Sets herself, and she's so quick at getting back as well, being in the right place. She's not running from behind.
Just making sure she's set and her feet are outside the charge circle. And Marsden had plenty of time there to adjust and take that extra step and get round her, but just didn't, and tried to think the quickest way to the basket is through her.
I don't know how Milton's still standing at this point after taking so many.
I'd be in bed for a week if I took one.
Hill backs it out. Donnelly going baseline. Over to Collette. Collette with the short 2. And we've got a tie game. And we've got a substitution here for Wales.
We've had a little bit of trash talk as well from the players, which they was allowed in the boys' game, so we want to allow it in the girls' game whether it's right or not.
Exactly. Sienna Modesto for England. And no whistle on that play. Lewis shot doesn't go, but it's saved in by Donnelly. Modesto fighting for the ball. With who else? Millie Milton. And that's going to stay with England. Tie game here, 1:30 to play in the third quarter. England ball. Anderson looking to get it in. Lewis blocked by Ahmed. Cornford gets it back for England, run into the lane, doesn't get it to fall. Rebound Milton. Bounces off a few heads, and it will be Wales ball, but Mays Ahmed, 2 big blocks there on a couple of possessions.
2 massive blocks.
Donnelly turns, fires, hits! Wales take the lead, 48-46. They are on a run here in the third quarter. Lewis going inside. Oh good, Cornford did her best to try and save that one in, but was just too far out of reach.
England rushing at their possessions now. There's still plenty of time. There's still 11 basketball minutes to play. We still have a whole quarter to go. So we don't need to rush. We don't need to take the lead back straight away.
Just calm down, don't rush anything.
Yeah, move the ball. Go back to what was working at the start of the game.
Hill out to Hall. Hall shot strong. Lewis pulls it down for England. Lewis to the basket, off the glass and in. And
she's so consistent.
She really is. Plays for the Lancashire Spinners. And Modesto steals it and back for England as a foul is called. And foul on Wales, so England ball, that is the third foul on Gracie Hill for Wales. England ball from the end line. We got 20.3 seconds left in the quarter. And a substitution for Wales, Maisie Holland back into the game.
Referee just checking something with the table here.
We've not got a replay on the screen, so it's not a referee review, but end-line ball for England. Lewis to Anderson. Cornford doesn't get that to fall. Hall racing down the court, 8 seconds. Hall all the way, off the rim. Rebound Laycock, 2 seconds. England will need to put something up as a long shot. Lewis doesn't get that to go. And at the end of the third, we have a tie game, 48 all. Wales coming back from a 10-point deficit and just doing what they wanted in that quarter, Hannah.
Oh, they really did. They ran riot. They were grabbing rebounds. They were boxing out. They were getting themselves down the floor quicker than England, and they were seeing the open player ahead. Whether can they get the pass ahead, or is that player taking away all the defenders so the person with the ball can go straight to the basket? They really have had a fantastic third quarter.
And just Millie Milton, 4 charges in the game. That's so impressive, isn't it?
It is mad. Absolutely wild. Really enjoying this game. This is a great morning of basketball.
It is, isn't it? And Millie Milton not having scored in the game, but that just shows the impact players can have. You don't have to score. You can take 4 charges instead.
She still hasn't scored.
She hasn't scored, but she has
been all over the game.
She's done everything, hasn't she? And that it just shows the importance of different players' roles out on the court. You may not be scoring, you may not be rebounding, but if you're going to take 4 charges in a game,
and taking 4 charges when he's come off the bench as well. She didn't even start the game, and her and Ahmed, they've just been phenomenal off the bench, because you normally expect your second rotation is going to be the second rotation isn't usually your strongest players. So the 22-12 third quarter there from Wales. But yeah, your starters are normally your stronger players, but you've brought in 2 to really push the tempo. And when England are getting a little bit tired, that's when they come in and they really, really attack.
Wales certainly taken advantage, haven't they? So 1 more quarter to play, and it's very, very loud in here. The Welsh boys team behind us supporting the girls team. Lots of travelling fans, lots of support. At least 3 drums over there, and lots of Welsh Dragons.
If we can keep the drums over there, that would be great.
Not behind us, thanks. Laycock for England, passes to Lewis. Lewis finds a space to the basket. Too strong. And
Isabel
Isabel
did a great job there getting to the rim. She could see the space. She managed to extend, just overcooked it a little bit.
Again, much like Cornford, she's got a long step through, and she finds the way around the defenders. Laycock passes over to Anderson. Anderson backs it out. Cornford lines up the 3 off the front of the rim, gets her own rebound. Modesto out to the corner. Lewis, shots up, shots down.
There's great patience by England now, because the tendency could be to start rushing because you want to try and get. But 10 minutes is a long time to play. There's a lot of time for you to take the lead and to win this game, and it's not going to be done in the first possessions. So great patience there from Modesto to drive in, suck in the defenders, and then hit a wide open Lewis in the corner.
And it can be difficult, can't it, sometimes when you've had a lead and a team have come back down from being 10 down. It can fluster you and you throw you off your game a little bit. So it takes a lot of composure to just keep doing what you did before.
Great fight there. I'm not sure England even knew where number 15 was then, because she was just wandering around in the paint all by herself.
Rebound pulled down by Reed. Holland knocked out of her hands. I think it was Anderson that got a hand to that. And that's foul number 3 on Chloe Hall for Wales. Anderson kicks it to the corner. Cornford baseline. That's good. Nikita Cornford up to 12 points. England lead by 3. Burge. Hall against Anderson. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Hall, shot bounces out, rebounds chased down by Burge. Good hustle as she gets it into the hands of Holland. Hands it off to Reed and steps through it.
Oh, an incredibly high basket. I hit the roof before it went in.
Back to a 1-point game. Modesto and gets the whistle. Modesto heading to the foul line. Sienna Modesto with the Kingston Lions. Again, she was playing in the junior Final Fours, part of that 3rd, 4th place playoff game against the Manchester Mystics. 9 points and 2 steals. I've mentioned it before, but such a quick player, able to get to the basket. Doesn't get the first shot to drop.
No, maybe a bit rattled by the noise.
Because as a young player, Anna, for this age group, playing in an atmosphere like this with noise trying to put you off as you're shooting, that's quite unusual, isn't it, to experience?
Yeah, we love to see it. We want to have that. We want to have that a loud crowd, maybe a bit hostile, making noise, trying to put other players off. It just makes for such an exciting environment for these players to play in. But yeah, you might not be used to that playing in your under-14s National League. Everyone's just clapping, saying well done. We know we want to try and put you off. We want our team to win. We want to be the crowd wants to be the 6th man, and if that's the extra bit that they need to do to get the team over the line, then they're going to do it.
Definitely, and it's going to set you up as well for playing throughout your career. As Lewis, her shot won't go. Ball's back with Wales. It's something that professionals need to get used to as well, isn't it?
Oh, definitely.
Holland hands it out to Burge. Burge going through, and Lewis got a hand on that, but Wales keep possession as Hall banks it in. And Wales go back ahead by 1. A back and forth game on our hands today. As Wales steal it back. Donnelly. And an offensive foul called on Wales. That'll be on Reed. As a substitution for Wales, Chloe Collette back in. And we're going to see Afia Yearsley checking in for England. Wow, what more do you want from a game than this? This is fun. And it's still just 12:40 in the afternoon. Marsden. Picked off by Holland. Over to Hall.
There was a travel there, unfortunately. She had enough space to keep going, but panicked a little bit with players to the side of her and just shuffled her feet a little bit. And that's Colette there stood on someone's foot as they're running past.
So Colette will just get checked over, and we'll have a stop for teams to discuss things. Colette, 9 points in the game for Wales. Been really instrumental in that second half comeback.
Yeah, and a big bucket at the end of the third.
Looks like it might be, as you said, an ankle. It just caught it. It's just ankles are such a pain, aren't they? I mean, I know we need them, but it's always such a
pain. And now England have got the next 6 minutes 22 seconds without Colette, arguably one of their more experienced players, one of their leaders on court. So how are they going to respond?
And injuries, unfortunately, are a part of the game, aren't they? And it's something that, as a team, you have to learn to live with and learn how to react to, because it can be difficult when you see a player as valuable as Colette have to sit for a bit.
Yeah, I see any of your teammates go down, it's going to hit you pretty hard. But what are you going to do? Are you going to go out and fight extra hard? Are you going to fill that spot that player's left? Or are you just going to carry on feeling sorry for yourself?
So England down 1. Yearsley directing traffic. Out to Marsden. Marsden fighting inside, and a travel called. So ball is back with Wales. England picking up full court, putting the pressure on defensively. Yearsley just taps it out of bounds. And back into the game for Wales, Millie Milton. Let's see how many charges she takes in this quarter. Modesto. And is that a jump ball call?
I think there's going to be a foul, actually. It looked like Modesto managed... Oh, no. Ignore me. I thought it looked like Modesto managed to get a hold of it. And then Burge went... Oh.
Ah. So we have a referee review. We're going to go to the replay system. So they're not sure if it is a jump ball or if it's a foul. Is that what they're looking for?
I think so. I'm hoping it pops up on the screen.
And while the referees are reviewing, it gives the coaches a chance to talk to their teams.
So it's a foul on 15 white that they've called. They're reviewing whether it's an unsportsmanlike, I think, because Modesto had possession of the ball.
And as we've mentioned before, if anybody hasn't watched any of the games earlier in the day, there is a video review system being tested out here at the Tri-Nations tournament at the under-14s level, so gives the referees a chance to review a call that they want to check out again. So thank you to everybody watching here on the Basketball England YouTube channel. We're bringing you all games from across the weekend. Coming up after this one, we will have at 1:30, it's the England boys team against the Wales boys team, and the England girls taking on the Wales girls team. So still lots of basketball to come. And then from 4 o'clock, we have the over 35 Tri-Nations tournament, the inaugural tournament for the over 35s of the Tri-Nations. England against Wales men and England against Wales women will be the first games taking place at 4 o'clock. And following on from at 6, Wales and Scotland will be facing off in both the men's and women's games. So stick around, there's so much more basketball to come right here on the Basketball England YouTube channel. Or if you're free, come on down to the National Basketball Performance Centre. Join this noisy crowd that we've got.
There is plenty of time to get down here and enjoy the rest of the day. Review is still underway. We're just checking if it is an unsportsmanlike or just a regular on-ball foul. 15, quite unsportsmanlike. So the referees have confirmed that Modesto managed to get possession, and number 15 fouled her with no intention of getting the ball, or no intention of going for the ball.
So the unsportsmanlike call means it will give England shots and possession. So that's a big call at this point in the game. Modesto's first bounces out. Another player that's been playing through the Aspire pathway, representing London at the under-13s level last year. Gets the roll on the second shot. Ties the game at 54, and England will have possession. Marsden. Cornford. She can't get that to drop.
Just a bit out of control there on that shot from Cornford. She had the space, she could have taken... Ooh.
Modesto steals it away, racing to the basket. Takes her time, puts it in, and puts England back up by 2. Full court pressure from England. Hall. Reed. Has to kick it out. Burge. Threes up off the front of the rim. Yearsley pulls it down and controls it for England. Yearsley setting her teammates up, calling for a screen. Marsden for 3, nails it! Summer Marsden with a huge 3 for England.
Forcing Wales to have to call a timeout.
That puts England up 5. That was a big 3, and that was not close to the line, was it? That was a far out.
She definitely wasn't having one of those long twos.
So timeout is called. Head coach Caitlin Riley with the Wales team. She's the head coach of the Nottingham Wildcats under-18 squad this season. And her assistant there, Mari Stewart, playing for the Nottingham Wildcats in the WBBL this year, playing against... Oh, you didn't play that game, did you? Did you play against Mari this season?
The other two.
Yeah, of course,
The other
yes.
two where we sucked.
Yes.
Where we were probably just awful. But no, the first one I didn't play.
Mari continued to play for the Women's British Basketball League. Played for the Hatters the season before as well. And was the head coach of the under-14s Hatters. So she's continuing to get more experience through the coaching pathway alongside Eloise Ferguson there, assistant coach. Again, another player playing for the Cardiff Met Archers and moving on into a coaching role. Team's back out on court. 5 minutes, 5 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. How do Wales react to that 3 from England? As Hill shots too much on the glass. Yearsley fighting for the ball, and it's a jump ball called.
I thought Hill was quite lucky to get away without a foul there. Not Hill, sorry, Hannah Reid. Gave her a little bit of a hug on that one. Anyway, jump ball, ignore us.
Wales ball from the end line. Hall looking to get it in. Does, and Reid underneath the basket. Gets her own rebound. Put back, doesn't go, but you saw there, Isabel Lewis on the inbound, just using her length, her wingspan to make it really difficult to inbound the ball.
Yeah, I think Wales managed to inbound there in about 4.5 seconds, just because there wasn't an opportunity before that.
And on that inbound, Modesto gets involved. And a foul is called. That is on Modesto, so she was diving for the ball, but foul was called as a bit of contact. as she went in for it. And that puts it...
No, it's on Shan.
Oh, apologies. That's on Angie Chan for Wales.
She's not on the...
Who is not on the court. There's a disconnect on the scoreboard. So Modesto is shooting. There was a foul on Wales, which has put England at the line. And we'll see if that gets corrected. We'll see who that was on. So Modesto increases the lead for England, puts them up 6. Sideline ball for Wales. England's defensive pressure is really ramped up here as Reid gets it over the halfway line. Gonna go all the way to the basket, just too far underneath. As Cornford gets the ball over to Lewis. Marsden's there. Difficult shot, doesn't go, and it's Millie Milton there, standing in the way, forcing that shot to be a bit further out than maybe Marsden would have liked.
Yeah, quite an off-balance, out-of-control shot there by Marsden.
Cornford fakes to the basket, drives and gets the whistle.
She's such a good shooter that her defender should have stayed on their feet though, because she can get to the rim. She's got the length, she can get there in a couple of steps. So maybe you're better off to let her shoot instead of getting to the basket. However, missed a foul shot, so good job.
Good foul.
Good foul.
Hits the second, Cornford's up to 13. But more importantly, puts the England lead up to 7. As ball's out, it'll be Wales possession. Milton looking to get it in, and you see Yearsley there just really pressuring the pass. And Reid somehow keeps that alive, gets it to Ahmed, and Ahmed can't get the shot to go, but rebound underneath the hoop. And Maisie Holland will go to the line for 2, and coming out of that last...
Yeah, it's a foul on Modesto there. There's only a second personal.
Coming out of that last stoppage, the timeout that we had, England have really just ramped up the pressure defensively, picking up full court, and just you can see it on the inbound, they're just all over Wales. Yeah,
they are trying to stop Wales's run, try and kill all the momentum that they built up in the third quarter.
Holland shot bounces out, Yearsley with the rebound. Marsden for 3, knocks it down! Summer Marsden, a huge 3 for England, puts them up by 10. As Robin Donnelly back into the game for Wales.
Bit of a rushed pass by Wales there. They saw the player ahead was open, but at this point want to get some better looks than that.
Tipped into the hands of Ahmed. Milton. Donnelly. Milton gets it back. Wales moving around the top of the key. Reid shots too strong. Cornford with the rebound. Pass intercepted by Reid. Ahmed up ahead. Cornford racing back. And does just enough to disrupt the shot there for England. And we'll see Deanna Jade Anderson back in for England. Sienna Modesto to the bench, and Modesto 14 points, leading all scorers in the game. She's put in a shift, hasn't she?
She has been fantastic.
Marsden against Donnelly. Marsden to the basket. Not that time. Donnelly hands off to Ahmed. Jumper won't go. And intercepted by Reed. Read the pass. And then Yearsley takes it back. Stolen back again by Ahmed. Short jumper, too strong. Donnelly with the offensive board. And Donnelly back in the corner. Shot spins out. And Marsden stepping through Donnelly. Almost looked like she blocks it, or definitely put the shot off as she gets the ball back. Passes inside to Hall, who lays it in under the hoop.
I think Marsden there could have had a bit of game clock awareness. You're up by 10, you've got 2 minutes left. You don't need to go straight away to the basket. You can pull it out, you can try and use the whole 24 and give the Welsh team less of a chance to be able to pull this game back.
Cornford draws the whistle. It's a case of using the clock to your advantage, isn't it? You've built a nice lead here if you're England. Not an insurmountable one with 2 minutes 4 left, but you've been able to withstand the comeback from Wales. And as a team, if you're this England squad, you know, Wales down 10, they came back, took the lead, and you've been able to now pull ahead, go up by 8, 9.
If I was England, I wouldn't be feeling comfortable at all with a 10-point lead with 2 minutes to go. Wales have proven that they can rattle them and they can pull this game back.
They can score very quickly, haven't they? They've scored in bunches. Cornford won't get the second to drop, but Anderson with the offensive board. And Cornford, great. She has this run to the basket, doesn't she? Really holds the ball really high in the air and drops it in using the backboard. Intercepted by Anderson. Laycock spins. Someone from Wales got a hand on that to block it. There's Ahmed. Looks to go inside, but passes out. Donnelly behind the arc. That won't go. Laycock is fouled inside. Oh. And that'll be a foul called on Milton. Didn't quite, just shuffled her feet a little bit towards the end. And that's Milton's third foul as we've got a timeout called. 67 to England, 56 to Wales, 1:23 to play. What a game we've seen. This has just been an absolutely amazing display of
a great display of the talent at this age group. Just excellent hustle, really great decisions, big shots. That Marsden 3 there, huge shot.
And if you like what you're seeing, there's more to come after this game. Wales and England boys will be playing on this court. Over on the other court, it will be England and Wales girls. So that will be tipping off at 1:30, and you can catch the action on the Basketball England YouTube channel. And we've said it over the course of the weekend, Hannah, haven't we? Just what a great display of the youth talent. This is for some players, this is the first step in their journey, and the whole purpose of weekends like this is to look at the talent on display across the home nations and come together and see, you know, who are the stars for GB in the future to go through that pathway.
Yeah, fantastic opportunities for players to come and represent their home nation, play with new teammates, play against new competitors, and for GB as a whole to see the wealth of talent that we do have here and how can we put them in the best positions for us to succeed as a nation.
So back on court, Naila Laycock at the foul line for England. She's got 6 points in the game, make it 7. And that puts England up 12. And second one bounces out. Anderson tapped that just to force it outside of her player as Cornford puts it in for England.
Anderson there, making herself known on the defensive end.
And Hall driving to the basket. That's a tough shot in the air as the ball goes back the way of England, and Pearl Duzo is going to come in as Afia Yearsley will take a seat. Marsden going all the way and just gets caught on that drive. He's going to put her to the foul line. See that? And again, the pace that England have played with, just the speed, able to beat her defender down the court, runs into two others, but just a very quick pace we've seen from some of these teams. Marsden's first shot is good. She's playing for the Sheffield Hatters, part of the under-15 Aspire camp this year, which was central for the under-13s at Aspire last year. Just continues to show what she can do out on court. And Marsden won't get that one to go. Picked up by Wales. As Ahmed. Shot won't go, picked up by Cornford, back to Marsden. Hands it off to Laycock, sets herself up for three, and that bounces out.
Now we had two Wales players there sat in the paint waiting for the drive when actually the threat was on the outside. You've got to pick up shooters in transition.
Two-second difference between the shot and game clock. Ahmed to Milton. Milton finds a space, gets to the basket.
And she gets herself on the scoreboard with 16 seconds to go.
And that's a well-deserved basket for Millie Milton. She has been just a pest defensively. 4 charges in the game and getting on the scoreboard.
It's tough to teach that. It's tough to teach a kid to go and put their body on the line and take those charges and do stuff that isn't always going to turn up on a score sheet.
Marsden's first won't go. And second. Doesn't drop, Wales ball. 7 seconds, Reed. Round to Hall, Hall with 3 seconds. And drives to the basket, doesn't get it to go up and backs it out, but that will do it for the game. And England come away with the win, 71-58 over Wales. And just what an absolutely fantastic game. Wales down 10 at half-time, came back in that third quarter, took the lead, and it was neck and neck. England just pulled away in the last few minutes there in the fourth.
Yeah, I think that game was much closer than the scoreboard suggests. Wales battled right up until the end to try, and England, credit to them, because they got themselves up, then they got themselves in trouble, and then they went back out and said, no, you know what, we are going to have this game, we're going to take it.
And it's learning to deal with that, isn't it? Learning to be able to withstand runs from other teams when they do come back.
Things aren't always going to go your way. You're not always going to be in control of a game. So to have something like that happen, to have a team come back and go on runs, and then be able to respond and come out with a win. Great job to England there.
And England, everybody on the court, everybody scoring, everybody contributing, and they were led by 18 points from Nikita Cornford. Another great game for her. We saw her do similar yesterday against England 1. And for Wales, a real team effort as well. Mays Ahmed leading the way with 10 points. Chloe Collette had 9, along with Isabel Burge. She had 9 as well. But just Amelia Milton, we have spoken about her a lot, but just to highlight her defensive play, she had 4 charges in that game, scored her first basket towards the end of the game, but a real impact player for Wales.
For sure, her and Mayzaba just coming off the bench and bringing that kind of energy, that kind of intensity. They were fantastic today, and a real credit to this Welsh team.
So we are going to go courtside very shortly with Isha Naya, who's going to get a word with one of the coaches of today's game. She'll be speaking to Caitlin Riley, head coach of the Wales girls team. And we'll head to Isha very soon, but stick around here on the Basketball England YouTube channel, because coming up very shortly at 1:30 we will have the next game here at the Under-14s Tri-Nations tournament between England and Wales boys, and also England and Wales girls. Following on from those games at 4 and 6, it will be the over 35 Masters Tri-Nations tournament. And in the inaugural Masters Tri-Nations tournament. So still lots more basketball to come here on the Basketball England YouTube channel. But for the moment, we are going to head over to Caitlin and Isha courtside. Over to you, Isha.
Thanks, Kaz. So I'm here with Wales Under-14s head coach Caitlin Riley. So Caitlin, a really strong game from your girls, really strong performance. Is there a lot that you can take from that?
Yeah, massively. Like, the way that these guys have improved over this year is like crazy. You wouldn't believe where these guys started a year ago, and just even from September, and to be competing with England's best talent, playing week in, week out, like, it's really a positive for us, and that's a big positive to take away from the game.
So maybe not the result that you want. It was quite close. They were able to maintain within a close score for quite a lot of the game. But how are you able to maintain that momentum from the girls and keep the energy going?
It's the fight and the hustle from these girls. Is like, that's all they do every single game. They don't care about what the score is. They don't care about whether we're scoring the basketball. They're going to keep fighting until the end, and that's something that you can't find on many teams.
I think the support from the fans has been good as well.
Massively. Like, these guys travel everywhere with us. Like, we go to Spain, they're all coming with us. Okay, and that's like massive for us behind the bench, especially, and that's the energy translates on the court.
I think there's a lot from the tournament as a whole that you can take away with and look to work on and improve.
Yeah, it's a big learning experience for the girls. For some of them, these are the biggest games that they'll play, and they take it home every single time. They're first ones watching getting back to look at what they can improve, and we just keep moving forward. The goal is always to be better than the game before.
All right, thanks, coach. Unlucky, but good job.
Thank you.
Isha with head coach of the Wales girls team, Caitlin Riley there. So we're going to take a break now before the next game, which is due to tip off in around 20 minutes time at 1:30. It will be the England and Wales boys team and the England and Wales girls team. So stick around on the Basketball England YouTube channel, and we'll see you very soon.